Hey guys, it's Drew again. Today I'm going to make a really quick card, and I made this using a shortcut slot file, an SVG file, and it's a Cupcake file, and I have a link. Sorry about that. I have a link off to the side in the info box on this shortcut slot file, and it's a cupcake. I like the cupcake little cupcake that it gives you. Something like that. And it's just a SVG file, so if you want to learn how to use an SVG file, watch my last video. It's called Episode 25 Cake Card. And there's two parts to it, so if you want to watch the actual semblance of the card, watch that also. So let's just get started with this card. Okay, if you're wondering what size I cut this cupcake out at, I cut it out. When you get the SVG cut, it'll give you this, and then all the components that come with it, and they're kind of placed like this in the SVG file. Place something like that. So I had to use a whole piece of just the one color, like a whole piece of red just to get the cherry, because I just wanted the cherry. And so you just do that, and after you have everything cut out, the size of your pieces should be 4.25 inches wide and 3.25 inches tall to create this. So 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 to create this little piece. So let's get started. I just have a pink card from Die Cuts with a View, and this is a card from their textured cards that you buy. I got these at Michael's, just using a bone folder to give it a nicer crease. I'm going to place that down there. I just have a piece of white cardstock that I'm going to be adding on some. What color should I do? I'm going to do the green colored color box ink. I'm just going to ink up the edges of that paper just to let it stand out just a little bit, because I don't really like adding white as a layer. But I did. And I happen to have the cake card right here, actually, the one that I made in the last video. There it is, so check that card out. I'll show you how to use everything and how to cut out the cake. And the SVG files, the free SVG file is there. I'm going to ink up the edges with the color box ink. I think that's pretty good. Put that ink back. Okay, then I'm going to adhere this on to my card using a Tombow adhesive. I really like these tape runners. The lady at our local scrapbook store doesn't really use tape runners that much. She uses liquid glue, and I'm like, I don't like to use liquid glue, and she tries to make, sometimes, no, actually she doesn't really. She likes to use liquid glue, and then I kind of want to do what she's doing, so I want to use a liquid glue, but I don't like liquid glue, so I end up not using it. Okay, so we have that on top of there. And then I have a piece of just a little thin strip. This is a 12-inch by 3/4 inch strip of a plaid paper from the Sweet Stack from Die Cuts with a View. I'm just going to cut this to go across my paper down here, or down here. I'm going to cut it at 4 inches because that was the size of our layer, and I just want it to go across the top layer. Cut it at 4 inches, so I just get this little piece here, and that should fit perfectly across there, and it does. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to add some adhesive onto the back of there, and I'm just going to kind of put it at the bottom of the card. Well, I mean more at the bottom of the card than the top. So we just have a little strip down there of our plaid colored cardstock. Then I have a piece of cream colored cardstock, and this is cut at 2.5 by 3 inches. And I did a little bit of faux stitching using a Uniball Signo pen. And I'm just going to adhere this. Oh no, actually no, you know what, I'm not going to. I'm going to add some glue onto this little piece, our cupcake, and I'm just going to assemble that really fast. My cake card that I tried to do, I tried to fit it all in one video, and that didn't really work out that well. So I had to I put it all in one video and uploaded it to YouTube last night. And when I woke up in the morning, it said that the video was not uploaded because the length was too long. So I cut it down into 2 videos and re-uploaded it today. And I'll be uploading this video today or tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure. Probably today. Oh my gosh, these don't want to go in their correct spot. There. Just add the little cherry to the top. I think it goes this way. So I just add the cherry to the top of the card so we get this. And then I have some photo corners that I punched out. Let me get those. I punched out these photo corners using the photo corner punch. Just a photo corner punch, and I'm not really sure where I got this punch at, but I already pre-punched them. And my punch is in the other room right now, so I'm not gonna go get it. And I'm just gonna use this combo. And I'm just gonna add them on to either side. And they're 4 different colors. They're to match the plaid colored card stuck at the bottom. And I just attach each of the photo corners onto this piece of paper right here. So just add a little bit more glue onto there. And then a couple more. So you could add these on first and then do the faux stitching if you'd like to, but I just did the faux stitching first, then added it on. Okay, so we have all the photo corners onto there, and then I'm just going to take this little guy, this little cupcake, and I just added on some sprinkles onto the cream-colored layer. I'm just going to pop this up because I don't want to put the cream color right on top of the cream color. Pop it up in the center of that. So we get a piece that looks like that. Super cool. And then I'm just going to put this right in the center of my card. Try to put it in the center at least. Good enough. So it looks something like this. And then just for a quick touch, I'm going to add a stamp from the Thanks stamp set from Inkadingadoo. What stamp do I want to add? There's a dream, feel better soon, thanks for making my day, missing you, thank you friends, and just saying hi. I think I want to do a thank you stamp on this one. I'm just going to get the thank you stamp. I'm just going to use one of my clear mount blocks. Oh my gosh, it's stuck all the way back here. Is there any smaller size blocks up here? Okay, I'm going to use this humongo clear block thing to stamp this on, because guess what, I forgot mine. It's stuck all the way in the back of my drawer, and I don't want to get it out and it's jammed back there, so I'm just going to use this really big colossal thing, this tiny little stamp. I'm just going to put it right. Oh my gosh, is it even stamping it? There's a thank you right there. And so I think that finishes up the card. Thank you for checking this out, and check out my link for check out the info box for some links to my stores and some for the SVG cut for this. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.